Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome. I hope you can hear us, see us, all the usual stuff. Should be able to. And let's just see up here. So, Stephanie is here. Hello, Stephanie. And Marianne and Priscilla, Nancy, and Diana, and Mary O's, and Judy L is here. Tracy, T Wheels, that's Tia, is here. Lydia is here. Milena, Pamela, Heidi, Sly. Who we missed here? Donna Bogart, Diana. We said Diana. Patsy,
Purple Wall.
Purple Wall. That's Kay is here.
Jeannie.
Jeannie,
Jenny.
Jenny
Derek.
is here. Derek. Hello, everybody.
Lucy B.
Lucy B. Lucy 7B. And Jeff is here. Jeffrey Horn is here. Suzanne, Mark Chan, Pamela. With lots of thumbs up, Pamela says. And Lucy says good evening. So everybody is here, I think, from around. So did anybody besides us get the big blast of winter storm that we had yesterday?
Actually, a lot of it's melted again. So.
Yeah. And what is it? Temperature's up to 5.
Well, it said 5. My car said 8 when I was out. So.
Oh, well, does your car lie? No. Sue's here. 3 p.m. Central Time sure sneaks up on you. Mozilla is here. Janet Fraser's here.
Marchand.
Well, I already said Marchand, but we'll say it again. If it was good saying it once, we'll say it twice. Spin them round. No, that's the thing about a cat. Kitties are so very nice. Spin them round, spin them twice. Where does that come from? That's I think that's from Trailer Park Boys. Not that I ever watched it. Okay, well, I'm sure there'll be a few more people come and join us eventually. Oh, Glenna is here. Mark Chan says, got a little rain in Florida in our temperatures at 85 Fahrenheit. Well, Mark Chan, you just shut up. Yeah.
I know our neighbors are next door neighbors are in Florida. And they said, yeah, they were suffering through 30-degree weather. And they'll suffer a couple more weeks before they come back.
Yeah. Janet is here. T. Will says, we got spring flowers and birds laying eggs here. Oh, wow.
No, we got a foot of snow yesterday.
Yep. Yeah, we got a foot of snow yesterday, but it is melting, as Walter said quickly. And I hope that's the end of it for this year. It would be nice. But watch. The day we get on the plane to go to Vancouver, it'll decide to have a snowstorm. That would be our luck. But Patsy says it's 82 there. That's nice. Sounds very balmy. Okay, so let's move right in. Oh, Stephanie, was your flight delayed? I mean, I saw your live last night, so I assume you got home okay and everything. But anyways, I'm looking forward to hearing more about your time with at that retreat, which sounds like it's a fantastic event. Mozilla, good grief, she can't spell today. Okay.
I said hell, everyone.
Oh.
I think we know. We
kind of figured that out, what you meant. Derek says, we're having warnings that Scotland and Northern England are about to have a big drop in temperature and snow. I wonder if that's the system that was moving past us. I wonder if it's getting across the ocean now and doing whatever it does.
Stephanie said hers was delayed several times and could have been home hours earlier.
Geez. Yeah, well, figures.
There were a few planes I read that were canceled in Toronto. People weren't happy. So.
Oh, well, because everything is canceled in Toronto. If the sky goes a little gray, they cancel planes in Toronto, it seems, these days. Diane Miller's here from Texas, and Barb, and Jan. Jan's here. Watch out. Trouble has arrived. I mean, geez, Jan, maybe you should just move in with us. I think I see you more than anybody else. Oh, Brenda's here. She finally found the chat. Okay. And wasn't too early for you, was it, Brenda? I know it's like about 11 o'clock in the morning in Hawaii, I think. Um, Lucy says we had a sonic boom in Oxfordshire, also freezing weather on its way.
Yeah, well, we had apparently, we didn't really see it, but apparently we had snow and a thunderstorm at the same time.
And they call that
Thunder snow.
Thunder snow. I have a hard time saying that. Thunder snow. So we didn't see it, but I know a few people did. A couple of people.
Well, we did hear something. We heard a thunder roll, and at night on Friday, I think. And,
oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I thought, well, maybe it was just a snowplow or something. But I think that was actually
probably thunder snow. Yeah. Oh my God. Then you know what happens next. Grapple. Grabble. Grabble. Oh, Francis is here. Hello, Francis. So, anyways, I thought Walter had something to show you today, but apparently not.
Well, no, I'm still working on the cat shirt. I got the collar done, but I haven't finished. I was going to finish the hem, but I didn't get around to it. So,
well, someday you
next
may
week.
see it. Yeah, next week. That's what he's been saying every week. Pat,
well, I was busy.
We're coming to that.
I was busy.
You're busy spending money, yeah.
No, but I'm also busy. Was also busy blowing out the driveway and blowing out the neighbors' driveways.
Oh, you poor suck. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I figured, look, you did all that yesterday, and now how much of it's left?
Yeah, I know. Could have just left it.
Yeah, really. Patsy says better thunder snow than thunder thighs. Yep. Moncel says going to talk to Core today. Yeah, we didn't get to that last week, so we're going to try and get to that today as well. Yep. The sonic boom was a scrambling military aircraft. Okay. Hi, Wanda. Derek heard that happen. Lots of people called the police as the noise was so loud. Sonic booms. I didn't think those were a thing anymore.
Sure.
What?
Military aircraft.
Yeah,
sure.
I guess, but I don't know. You don't hear much about them anymore.
Apparently, they're going to bring out another. I don't know. In the next couple of years, there's going to be another high-speed airline coming out.
Oh, what? Like the Concorde
like
was?
the Concorde, yeah.
Oh, Heidi says we had a mild sunny day today. I'll be planting tomatoes and maybe peppers in a couple of weeks.
Supersonic plane.
Yeah, we're going to talk about our planting, because our tomatoes and our peppers, because we have some exciting developments there. But in the meanwhile, what have I been working on? Well, I can show you a picture of what yesterday we had a pop-up sew day, and several of you that are on here right now were at it. And I hadn't planned to have a pop-up sew day yesterday, but when I heard about the snow and Snowmageddon or whatever they want to call it, storm of the century, I thought, well, that might be a good day to have a pop-up sew day. So when I got up around 6 o'clock yesterday morning and looked out and saw, oh yeah, we've got Snowmageddon here. Okay, not going anywhere, might as well sew. And I sent out an email to everybody on the mailing list for that. And we had a few people here, and that was nice, kept me company, and we got a lot of things done. And this is what I was working on yesterday. Now, some of you saw this just before we finished up yesterday, but I have it now completely finished except for the quilting. And here it is. Well, let me blow up the picture. There we go. I call it Wild Stars, and what it basically is, if you remember back, I did Stephanie's quilt design for the mosaic stars, and I used the fabric that Walter gave me there 2 Christmases ago that I was saving for something special, and I had all these pieces left over. That's the colored ones in the center that you see, and I didn't throw them out because I love that fabric too much. So I used up the scraps to make the center part, but I didn't have enough to go any further than that, and I thought that was too small. Then I remembered that I had these Lemoyne stars that I've been making with my Acu quilt, and I didn't really know what to do with. They were sort of orphan blocks, so I just incorporated them into the quilt, added a border, and then I stole one of Ron Cleveley's ideas for putting a tinier border between 2 larger borders, and thought I'd give it a pop of color with the orangey yellow on there. And I'm really happy with it. It's a little bit different. I'll put it on Lucy sometime this week and get it quilted and then bind it. And I did another one. I don't have a picture of it that I showed you once before. I did it at the pop-up sew day we had before the one we had yesterday. And I put it on Lucy this afternoon. It was a quick job and got it all quilted. But I'll probably show that maybe on Tuesday. I may get it bound tomorrow and it'll be completely done then. So, yeah. It's a little unusual, this one, but I like it. I'm happy with it. What do you think, Brenda? As Brenda told me yesterday, she thought I was getting better. So I just want to see if Brenda likes that one or not with it. I tease. Let's see, backing up. Testing coffee? Yeah, okay, we're going to talk about that, Lucy. Ron says it's spring break for some provinces. Oh.
Yeah, it's getting there. I think
I think it's next
week, I think
Friday.
Anything that usually Ontario, if March 13th falls usually in spring break. So
yeah, actually, I don't keep track of it anymore since I don't teach anymore. So yeah, I forgot all about it.
Yeah, so probably next week is March break in
and
Ontario.
I think it's next Sunday. Oh, is it next Sunday? The clocks go ahead.
Daylight savings time starts, yes, next Sunday.
Okay, so we will be on the same time, except we're moving to daylight savings time. So our clocks go ahead on Saturday night, or actually very early Sunday morning by 1 hour. So we'll still be on at 4 o'clock our time, but I don't know how that affects other people because not everywhere in the time zones across North America do they change the clocks. So you might want to check that out with how that works out. I'm not even going to try and explain it because it'll just get confusing.
Yeah, ours goes ahead, so that means we'll be on at 3 o'clock. It'll be 4 o'clock here.
Okay, if your clock doesn't change, that means
we'll be on an hour earlier.
We'll be on an hour spring ahead.
Earlier. Spring ahead. Our clock goes ahead an hour, right?
Yeah.
So normally it would have been 3 o'clock when it's our 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay, for them.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, see, that's why I didn't want to explain it. I don't do time travel well. So everybody seems to be liking my quilt. That's nice. I appreciate the comments.
Yeah, so if you don't have daylight savings time, we'll be on an hour earlier next week.
Yeah. Hi, Kathleen. Mozilla says, nice job. Was wondering yesterday what it was going to look like. So was I. It's one of those ones I don't know. Didn't have a plan. It's just the way it worked out. Yeah, I kind of thought it had a modern feel to it as well, Tia. Yeah, so Heidi says tomorrow is the start of spring break in New Brunswick.
I don't think ours starts until next Sunday.
Yeah, I think
or Friday or whatever.
Well, they probably had the Friday off, so yeah, it's probably then. And Derek says, the purple wall says, Arizona doesn't change, right? I don't know. And clocks don't go forward in the UK until March the 26th.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they ought to get rid of this.
Yeah, I know. It's just confusing.
It's very confusing. I mean, it's bad enough we have time zones. Counting down the days to daylight savings, Mozilla says, we'll be back on same time frame as my son in Arizona. Okay. Mozilla says, most of my stuff leans towards brights in my quilts too. Yeah, I like bright colors. Always have. So anyways, that's what I have been up to. So we had 2 events in the past week that many of you were part of. We had Craft and Chat on Wednesday. And that was kind of an all-day thing because we started with Sew with Stephanie and Steven at 9 o'clock Wednesday morning. And we'll be doing that again this week. And this time we'll have Stephanie with us because Stephanie was off at the retreat. So you just had me. So basically, I just kept it going until about noon, and then I switched over to Craft and Chat, and everybody had to come back on using the right link for that as well. But that didn't seem to be a problem for most people, although a few people kind of had a little trying to figure out which one to click on, I guess, with it. But we got that all sorted out. And we had a pop-up sew days I've already mentioned on Saturday. Pop-up sew days are becoming a little bit more regular now because I don't have a life and I don't go out anywhere.
Yeah, I keep him in this cage.
Yeah, right. It lets me out once a year to eat the tree. Um, but the next one for sure that we're going to have, because I was forced into it by my good friend Jan, is March the 18th. Saturday, March the 18th. So not this Saturday coming up, a week from this Saturday coming up, because it's Jan's birthday, and Jan wanted for her birthday a pop-up sew day. So that's why we're doing it. We're having a pop-up sew day. But I have decided now with pop-up sew days, what I will do is, I said before I would give you about a 24-hour notice, and that may still happen. But I think what's happened with the last two is it was really a last-minute decision, and I just sent out the notice with the link to anybody that was in the mailing list for pop-up sew day. And that's the way I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to get rid of, I haven't decided for sure, but I have that link for to sew with me when I'm here and I want company, and I'm going to sneeze. Oh,
Goes in tight.
that's what the German virgin said was intake. No, that's filthy. No, but I don't know any more about that because basically I never use it. It's probably better to do the pop-up sew day kind of a thing. Or what I might do is maybe I'll just send out on my mailing list to everybody if there's one day, well, it'll just be a pop-up sew day. That's all I'll call it. It could be any time. I usually have them on Saturdays because the original concept of pop-up sew days was to accommodate for people who want to come to Craft and Chat but couldn't because they had these nasty jobs they had to do or something like that. So I was putting them on Saturdays, but I could use the pop-up sew day as a reoccurring link, so I wouldn't have to change the date and the time and make a new link each time. And then I'll just send it out in an email if I feel I've got the majority of a day where I'm just going to sew. I'm not doing anything else. So we'll see how that works out. Thank you, Patsy. Just backing up here. Lucy says they call it British summertime and not daylight saving. Yeah, our term is daylight saving for whatever reason. Purple Wall, Kay says, I love pop-ups sew days. It's the only day I get to spend in my room and I love the company. Okay, hi Jeannie. Thanks, Stephanie. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Okay. Heidi says, Stephen, you made me snort laugh. Okay, glad I wasn't there. Get any on you? Sewing with Lawayne is here. Hi, Lawayne. Purple Wall jobs. Yeah, I know. But if you like to eat and have shelter, I suppose you have to do those. Unless you're retired like us. Yay for retirement. I love being retired. I've retired. Do you like being retired?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we love being retired. Okay, so we had both of those days, and I didn't buy a thing. My enablers on there, nobody had showed me anything or got me to buy anything. Although Jan usually works on me for that. Another Jeannie is here. Hello, Jeannie Lipsky. And Cheryl's here. Hi, Cheryl. Eat, shelter, and have fabric. Yep. That's the only thing jobs are good for, right? Okay, so as I also already said, on Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock, Stephanie and I will be hosting our weekly hour and a half of Sew With Us. Runs from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So the link for that's in the show notes. So if you want to join us, it's like a craft and chat. It's just, just come and work on whatever you want for an hour and a half Wednesday morning. Okay, So we bought some new toys. And we're having a lot of fun, at least with one of the toys. We haven't really used the second one. I'll show you what I mean here. Let me just get... So, first of all, let's start with this one. This is Walter's new toy.
I haven't used it yet.
Hasn't used it yet. So what is it, Walter?
It's a KitchenAid mixer.
Uh-huh. And what else did you get with it, Walter?
I bought a pasta attachment, and I bought a shredder grater attachment.
Yep.
And I haven't used any of them yet.
Nope, hasn't used this one at all. And for those of you that were asking, because somebody was asking, I think either on the pop-up soda, whether or not he was getting the what do you call it, scraper blade?
Yeah, actually, it came with this one.
Yeah, this one came with scraper blade. And somebody asked in comments a question about this one. They wanted to know how powerful it was, how many watts.
500 and something watts, I think. I can't remember exactly how much.
Yeah.
525 sticks in my mind, but I'm not 100%.
Because I think they were concerned that if it didn't have enough wattage or something, you might have problems with it. I don't know. Because they were talking about the newer ones weren't as powerful.
Yeah,
as
the
older
smaller ones I've heard of having complaints. They have 300 and some odd watts. This one is it doesn't say professional on the outside, but it is, I think, the one that's it's a 600 model or something like that. I'm not sure.
You bought it, but you're not sure.
I'm not sure exactly the model. I just know it has the raising. You raise the bowl, and it's 525 watts or something like that.
Well, that should like mix up your little cakes.
Yeah, it should be okay. Actually, I don't. We have a Sunbeam one, Mix Master.
We've had that for years.
We've had that for years, and I use that. I used to use that a lot, and I've always wanted one of these. So, it was on sale. I decided I'm going to get one.
That's Walter's war cry when he buys something. Well, it was on sale. It was on sale. I saved all this money. It was on sale. With it. Another thing that was on sale, which I did not anticipate that we'd be getting, but I am sort of glad that we did, is our new coffee maker. And the front grill's off.
Yeah, it
down
is.
there. That's supposed to be the drip tray there. I actually did a movie of this.
And you don't have the automatic
the milk thing.
Milk frother on there.
No, well, we had just taken it out of the box. We were just setting it up. Actually, this is a still from the video that I made, which I'm going to show tomorrow on my vlog in a bit more detail. But this little sucker makes 12 different types of coffee. It is fantastic. It grinds the beans. You put them up in the hopper at the top. So in the video that you'll see tomorrow on my vlog, if you tune in for that, you'll see us experimenting with the coffee. That you bought a bag of coffee. What was that coffee? Where'd you buy it?
What?
This machine.
Oh, Consiglio's or whatever. It's an Italian place in Toronto.
Yeah. And we watched the videos about it on YouTube as well. But you bought coffee from them as well.
Yeah, I did. They brew their own coffee, or they not brew. They roast their own coffee brand or whatever. And I bought a bag of coffee with it, but it wasn't particularly good. So we went over to Costco and bought a different bag of coffee, which is better.
Yeah, we got some of that Lavazza, and it's much better than this other company's coffee. The other company's coffee, well, you got a medium roast.
Yeah, I did.
But it tasted kind of watery, and it had a kind of a weird back taste on it.
Yeah.
Aftertaste. So now we're buying coffee beans. So you just it didn't come yet, has it?
Yeah, it has just come. The thing just went off.
Oh, did you go up and look for it?
No, I haven't.
Well, maybe you should go and look for it
before we get a porch fire.
Yeah, porch pirates steal our coffee beans. But anyways, what's really cool about this machine is there is a milk frother that attaches to it. You don't have, you just pour your milk in it. It's that piece there up at the top. You see a little spout to the left of where it says Phillips. Well, there's a container that goes in that, and there's a jet, and it, when you push cappuccino, it does the whole thing. You don't have to do anything more. It does the milk, it does the coffee, the whole bit. And one setting I tried today, I made something and I really like it. It's called Cafe Crema, and it basically, you don't need milk for that, but you know how if you get a barista coffee, you've got what they call the crema on top, which looks like a sort of a foam. Well, this machine does that too, and actually, I kind of like how that tastes. So
Yeah.
we got your bag of coffee, your box.
Yeah.
So what's special about the coffee you ordered?
Well, no, it's supposed to be designed. It's supposed to be a coffee that's used good for one of these automatic machines.
We're having an unboxing, people. Let me get over here.
It's typical. Amazon puts too much packaging. So this is the one.
And how do they rate that one? What's that out of 10?
I don't know.
Doesn't it show? There's a rating on these things out of 10 on their strength,
Not sure.
but not on this one. Well, there was ones on the other ones.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So big bag. How much was that?
It was 30, I think. $28, I think.
Yeah. Coffee beans forever. So yeah, it's a really cool machine. Quite like it.
And it has a filter too.
Oh, you got the filter too. Yeah, the water tank that goes in this device has a filter as well for filtering your tap water if you use tap water. We used to use on our other coffee makers, we have a filter system on our refrigerator, and that's where we get the water for them. But with this, we can just do it from the tap, which in some ways is faster. So just back up here to see what people are saying. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Kelly's Cruises.
Eat Shelter and Fabric is there.
Who? Where? I missed.
Eat Shelter and Fabric.
Okay.
Okay, we said that.
We said that already, so that's where I left off. Okay. Yeah, Lydia says we're slacking on the enabling. Yes, you are. Luane says, Steve, what is tip to line up the AccuCut HST so you sew them right from corner to corner? Yeah, when you cut them, Luane, on your AccuQuilt, you'll notice that the points are squared off a little bit. So you have the center piece, or you have one piece and you just lay it on top of it, but you make those lines line up and away you go.
You line up with the corners.
Yeah,
right?
you line up with the corners. They'll only go one way when you do that because of the way that it's cut. Hi, Yvonne. Let's see what else is being said here. Mozilla went shopping online for those storage containers you and Lynn chatted about in your interview with her. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Storage containers.
I am trying to think what the storage containers were. My memory's not good, people. There's so many. I'm trying to think which storage containers those were. Don't remember. Sorry. Hi, Billy. Judy has a mixer too, like that. Yeah, lots of people do. We're just late to the game about that. Kelly says her folks have the pasta attachment for theirs. Works great. That's good because Walter does have a pasta thing.
I have a pasta maker, but it's a crank, and it would be nice to have an automatic one. So
Lucy says she has a large Kenwood mixer. They're more powerful than the normal KitchenAid. I don't know. Can we get Kenwood here?
I've seen it. I think Costco might sell it, but the KitchenAids are pretty popular here. So.
Oh, here's a short form. I don't know what that means. Love my KitchenAid for mixing LEFSE.
Where's that?
Under Pamela. These people in their short forms.
I
don't know. What's an LEFSE, Pamela? Lifsy. I don't know what that is. Gotta love sales, Cheryl says, yep. And Kelly says, we have the same griller as you guys. Oh, you saw it in the picture there. Yeah, we've had that one for quite a while. The panini machine. Yeah. We're all about kitchen appliances. We have a graveyard of kitchen appliances in our basement. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day when we're trying to figure out where we're going to store this mother of a mixer, because Walter did some measurements and discovered it will not fit in the cabinet where we keep the old mixer.
Yeah. So actually, I've got it in my room. I've got it clean.
He has a lot of things in his room, which I tell you, they're going to find Hoffa's body in that room one day. Yep, I know it. Cheryl says, I know some people who would have loved that coffee maker at retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. It wasn't particularly inexpensive. I mean, it was on sale, but what was the regular price of it?
$1,400.
And we got it for
$1,100.
buy two, they're small. Yeah. Yeah. But, you figure at this stage in our life, what the hell? Might as well go for it. I moved, actually. We have a Nespresso and we have a K cup. Keurig. And we use them both. But then Walter did the rationale for why this was such a bargain, because he had it figured that, you see, every time we order Nespresso, we order Nespressos online, have them shipped to us, and we usually do a $200 order of the capsules. It works out to be about $1.30 a coffee for
Nespresso.
We
go through about $600 in capsules every year for
so basically
for Nespresso.
2 years of capsules equals, buying this machine. It's so logical. I dare say it's woman's math, but it's on sale. So, but I don't know. I love it. We're having a lot of fun with it. T-Wheel says, I had a thought. Did it hurt? You now have 2 extra coffee machines that you're not going to need to use once you finish up your supplies. Maybe someone local to you would want to buy them from you.
We don't need the money that bad.
No, actually, I moved the Keurig down into this room. It's actually
our Nespresso
right over there. Right, see that blue box right above it? That's where the Keurig is right now.
Our Nespresso still works, but it's quite a few years old now.
Yeah,
and I don't know what we'll do with it. It may end up in charity shop. Who knows?
I don't know. It might. We'll see. Maybe we know somebody that wants it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll offer it. Well, we could offer it to my sister, but she'll poo-paw it.
Yeah. So.
Because my sister always poo-paws anything that we might offer her. Like, I tried to give her a quilt. No, not really. I don't. Okay, fine. Whatever. M's here. Hi, M. T-Will says, maybe a quilter who's one of your subscribers. If they live next door, I'd give it to them.
But there's no way we're shipping.
There's no way we're shipping it. If they want to pay for shipping, we can talk. But shipping would cost an arm and a leg. Yeah.
You'd be better off going out and buying a
brand new one, yeah.
And nowadays, with the way the cost of the Nespresso pods, they often have a deal on that. If you buy so many Nespresso pods, they'll throw in a free coffee machine.
They will?
Yeah, or it's $50 for a coffee machine. Yeah, I've seen that. You buy like 600 Nespresso pods, they'll give you a coffee machine for like $50.
Well, how much is an espresso machine these days? It's several $100s.
It's usually a couple $100, but 250. That we paid $250 Canadian for that one.
But did you pay that much for it?
But I've seen several deals where if you buy enough Nespresso pods, showing you how expensive, how much money they make from those pods.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then and then people get uptight about the whole recycling idea, right? The landfill, but they give you a bag, this plastic bag that you put your spent capsules in, and then you can send it. They pay for the postage, and
send it back.
You can send it back to them.
It is a nuisance, though.
But it is a bit of a pain in the butt for that. Yeah. So that's one thing about this one. It's more environmentally friendly because there aren't any capsules, and I mean it ejects the coffee grounds into a little bucket, and then you just dump them. We dump those into our
food recycling.
So and if you had a big garden, I hear you can or a huge composter, you could throw them in your composter too with it. So so I guess let's rationalize it, shall we? We're protecting the environment by having this coffee machine. It's another reason. Yeah. Whatever.
Well, anyways, new fun toy.
Yeah, it is, and I like it. Slay Arts is here. Hello, Slay Arts. I don't think I've ever seen you on here before, Slay Arts. Welcome. Um, Janet loves the new mixer. Francis says, fun toys. Although I'm not a coffee drinker, yes, if it's on sale, it needs to be bought. AccuQuilt die yesterday, and the Soya fabric to stash. Okay. I haven't bought any AccuQuilt stuff lately. Oh, Dana's here. Hi, Dana. Just finished my STC quilt. Sorry I'm late to the get together today. Are you ever on time, Dana? Really? I don't know. Some containers right behind you under your gnome. Same containers right behind you under your gnomes. Oh, the project boxes. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what we're talking about on those. Yeah, I love the project boxes. Actually, I use those when I used to scrapbook all the time too. Now I use them for my quilting projects. Yeah, they're great. Dana says, remember to click on the thumbs up to like Stephen and Walter. Just saying. Oh, okay, Dana. Thanks, Dana. I can use Nightbot for that too. Let's go see if Night.
How come your thing doesn't have the little icons on it anymore?
What little thing? It does. I just moved them.
Oh.
Oh, how come that's not working? Oh, maybe it did. I haven't pulled it down a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oops, I kind of went a little crazy there with Nightbot. I didn't see it on there. Okay, what else are people saying here? Trying to keep up on the conversation. Geez, you people are talkative today. Love it. Green Quilts is here. Hello, Green Quilts. Okay, I got really behind. Okay, Kathleen says, I really use the meat grinder and sausage stuffer. Really? Really? Or do you mean rarely? We don't have the meat grinder with it yet. I asked Walter if he was getting one of those, but we don't.
I've thought about it. We
really
have a meat grinder out in the cupboard, and I rarely use it.
And we don't usually stuff sausage.
No, I haven't never tried to make sausage, so we're not a big sausage people.
Okay, let's leave that one alone.
Type L.
Okay, Pamela says Swedish LEFSA. Do you mean that is actually a Swedish word? I still don't know what it is.
Says a type of crepe.
Oh. Lefsa. Okay. Well, thanks, Pamela, for clearing that up. Because I still don't know what the hell it is. Okay, Swedish lefsa? Kelly says it's a type of crepe. Okay.
Well, it actually looks like a Dutch pancake.
Oh, does? Oh, you found it on there,
Yeah.
did you? Oh, so it does. Yeah, okay.
It says using potatoes. It's a potato pancake.
Oh, potato pancake.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, actually. I used to love, years and years ago when I was a kid, and we'd go out for Sunday brunch to the Golden Spittle, Golden Griddle, and I used to get the cheese blitz, and they were like a potato pancake with cottage cheese or something on them. I really liked those. Speaking of which, this morning I made for Walter a French toast, but it was one I saw on Wise Guy. This guy who does some cooking stuff. I watch him every now and then, and it was his recipe. And actually, it's still French toast. And essentially what you do is you cut up your bread into cubes, and then you mix up your egg and milk mixture. He used cream. He zested an orange into it, stuff like that. I just did what I usually do when I make, the stuff for dipping the bread in. And you drop the bread cubes into your egg and milk mixture, toss it around, let it soak up the stuff, and then you stuff them in a muffin tin, several muffin tins, and you bake it for about 25 to 35 minutes in your oven. And they come out of your muffin tin. They look like little muffins, but they're French toast. And I kind of like doing it that way because in a way it's although you have to wait for it to bake, you're not having to fry your bread, like flip it over and all that kind of stuff. And you seem to like them.
Yeah, they were good.
And I put a little crunchy topping on them. I didn't put the glaze. This guy who has the recipe on YouTube, he did a little bit of, heavy cream mixed with a little confectioner uh, sugar to make a glaze and put it over top. I kind of thought if you're going to put maple syrup on it, the glaze might be a bit overkill on the sweetness. It's pretty sweet as it is. But I really like that recipe. And that's the second recipe I've done from that guy for breakfast stuff. He had another one I did a couple of weeks ago where you basically, in the muffin tin as well, you just take your egg, mix it up with some green peppers, some spices, a little grated cheese, put it into a greased muffin tin, bake it, and you have these nice little eggy, they're kind of like a muffin, but there's no bread in them. And I thought those were quite tasty too. So I'm thinking, oh, when we throw a fabulous brunch, I've got two dishes for it. Because, we throw fabulous brunches, never. But but if I did, I would serve these. Sue says, I had to buy a little rolling table for my KitchenAid mixer. It's in the pantry until I need to roll it out. We don't have a pantry, but that would be a good idea. You just in and out. That'd be good. Lita says, yum, had to look it up. Looks good. Which produces better coffee, Nespresso or Keurig?
Well, that really depends on your tastes.
Yeah.
Right? Because Nespresso, the one we had was a virtual machine, and it produces
Virtuoso.
Virtuo.
You said virtual machine.
Virtuo.
Okay, but you sounded like
VRTU.
I know, but it sounded like you said virtual machine. I'm thinking, no, we can touch it.
No, I know. It's it will use bigger pods that'll produce a regular coffee, and smaller pods that will make actually what do you call it? Espresso coffee.
Yeah.
Right. So the bigger pods, actually, the color espresso is espresso, but the larger coffee pods will produce a very rich, deep tasting coffee. So on the Nespresso machine, if you have a Keurig, it's more like regular type brewed coffee, and it has a lot of you can get a lot of flavored type pods and stuff like that for the Keurig. So
but I always find
it's a different type of coffee.
Yeah, but I always find the flavored ones they smell, but they don't taste.
Well, that's because we don't use sugar or cream in our coffee.
I guess. So what? That makes it you get more of a taste out of it, I guess, because we drink it black.
Yeah, we drink all our coffee black, so you can really tell the difference between a good cup of coffee and a not so good cup of coffee. But we sort of not the flavored coffees don't make as big of a deal for us anymore. So
now what you get though, the Keurig is faster for making a cup of coffee, but the Nespresso will give you a little bit of crema on top, a little bit of the foamy kind of thing. And you can make, if you have a separate milk frother, and we do have a separate one, if you want to make a cappuccino, you could, but it's a couple of steps because you gotta pull this other little device out, plug it in, pour your cold milk into it, get it going, it makes the froth, and then you spoon it over on top of the coffee. Whereas the new machine
does it automatically.
One
it
button,
has a built-in milk frother, so it just does it all at once. So
it's cool,
which I like it.
And okay, here's something that I kind of worried about. I know you can get these machines with the milk frother built into it and the whole bit, but I'm thinking, what about cleaning it and that kind of thing? It has an automatic cleaning thing. It runs a little tiny bit of steamy hot water through the nozzle of it to clean it. I mean,
well, I guess in some of these other machines in the past, they tend to have tubes and stuff like that in it to suck up the milk. But in this particular model, there's no tubes. It has the milk unit has two separate sections to it, and it's extremely easy to keep clean.
You can put it in the dishwasher as well. When you're yesterday I made a cappuccino and I only put in a small amount of milk. I had a little bit left in the bottom of it, but I didn't want to have like a lot of milk sitting in it. But if you did, oh no, you can take the unit off and you can put it in your fridge until you want to use it again. But I just took it apart and rinsed it under the tap, and I ran this little water cycle, the aqua clean they call it, through it. And they have a little deep cleaning system too. And I get that where you can run a cycle through. We haven't done that yet. It's got multiple steps to it, and it'll also tell you when it needs to be descaled, and it has a whole little program where it will descale it for you automatically as well. So it's so far, now we've only had it for a couple of days, but
so far it produces really good coffee, similar to the Nespresso. And of course you don't have a choice of because it has a grinder in it. You don't have a lot of choice of your coffees. There's also a spout in it where you can put ground coffee in it. So if you decide you want a flavored coffee or something like that, you can do that.
They do recommend, though, you don't use flavored coffee beans in it, because apparently there is an oil on those types of coffee beans, and it can sort of gum up your grinder over time. So they recommend you stay away from that kind of thing. And also to check your beans that you're using for oil. I guess you put a few of them in your hand, and if your hand comes up a little oily or greasy, they recommend, stay away from those kind of beans because of, gumming up your grinder sort of thing.
But so far we're really happy with it.
Yeah.
And the Nespresso, like Lydia says, she likes the Nespresso. It's actually gives you a nice rich coffee if you like a nice rich coffee.
The Nespresso takes a little longer to brew a coffee than the Keurig, but I like its coffee a little better than the Keurig, and we've tried lots of, like, Keurig's good. We've had, this is our second Keurig actually.
No, it's our third Keurig.
Is it our third Keurig?
Yeah.
Yeah, over time. So we've had a Keurig for quite a few years and really like it. But now we've got this one, the super fantastic one. Luann says, I had to explain to someone how buying SodaStream soda is cheaper than 2-liter sodas. One SodaStream bottle makes me 5 liter. Yeah, we have a SodaStream, but we don't usually.
Oh, I don't buy flavors with it. I just drink.
We just drink soda water. Yeah, from it. Jan says, you can march that coffee machine right back upstairs, young man. The coven needs mischief time once in a while. Yeah, no. Actually, I'm not really sure how much I'm going to use it down here, because I'm really liking the new machine. It's worth the walk upstairs. Unless we got a second one downstairs. Ooh.
Yeah.
We don't drink that much coffee.
No.
I drink usually about 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and that's it.
I've been drinking a couple of cups in the afternoon.
But it's nice. It is nice. I feel like we're just so posh.
We can't take it with us.
Well, we had a couple of friends that bought one of those great big huge barista machines because they were all about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they've got like this does take a bit of counter space up, but it's not massive.
Well, not
it's not massive. It's only a little bit bigger than our old Keurig machine.
Yeah.
But they have a great big huge barista machine, and
I don't know what Marchand is writing. Cost me $33 to mail 86 in while hanging to my sister from Florida, Virginia. I have a feeling we had a little trouble typing that, Marchand. Oh, there it is. Oops. 46 squared wall hanging. Oh, okay. I think I understand now. So it cost you $33 to set a small quilt or wall hanging. Yeah, it's expensive. Julie says, Mr. Coffee Espresso machine, $55. Breville Espresso machine, $708. Yeah, well, the Breville machines are.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, you can buy a cheap espresso machine.
Yeah.
But this one's cool. You just push a button and it gives you all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. It's
and
like being a barista.
We can afford it.
Yeah. So
in the days that I was saving every penny, I would never buy something like this, but now it's like, okay,
Of course, we
money.
can't afford to eat for the next month, but we'll have lots of coffee to drink. No. Um, yeah, we used to have an espresso machine. One
I
of
mean,
those,
and seriously, this is like a super luxury item for us. It's
yeah,
not
it's
something
not
that we
something
would have. In years gone by, we were like, oh, geez, look at the price of that. But
we don't have to justify it. We've got it.
no,
Nah, nah, nah.
that's what comes from working a lifetime
That's right.
And saving tons of money.
We can't take it with us. So, we did have an espresso machine years ago. It was a cheapo machine that we bought, and it was a manual,
It was
basically.
a $99 mystery.
Yeah, it's one of those ones, you have the little scoopy thing, you put the espresso coffee in, you put it in, you lock it, and you blow it out, and there's a little pipe comes off the side for steam, and you put your cup of milk in there and steam it, and most of it goes up on your walls and ceiling when you're done. And then this stupid thing has got like milk clinging to it, and if you don't clean it off pretty much immediately, it's there forever, kind of a thing. Well, we had one of those ones, and
Yeah.
we thought we had died and gone to heaven then.
Yeah, I know. Well, so now we've got the one that does like regular coffee and what do you call it? Americano and espresso, and automatically does cappuccino and cafe latte, and it's all automated.
Yeah.
So you don't. It's a push a button.
Ron says it's the same logic as printers and cartridges. The cartridges cover the cost of the printer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Marilyn says her daughter has the Mr. Coffee Espresso, and it is good. Didn't we at one point in time in days of the old coffee makers, with the carafe, didn't we have a Mr. Coffee at one point in time too?
Yeah, just
we
the
went through a
craft
lot
one, yeah.
of different ones over the years. Tracy says you need to hook up plumbing to the coffee machine. You never have to add water either. That's what I said.
Yeah, I know we don't have one of those.
We don't have.
But anyway, yeah, actually, you said you need space to store such a monster. Yeah. So anyway, so we have this huge kitchen counter. So we've got 2 microwaves, we've got 2 coffee machines, we've got a toaster oven the size of a microwave. We have a blender, we have a griddle,
a can
we
opener.
Have a can opener, we have a vacuum sealer, we have a bread maker. That's all on our kitchen counter.
Yeah.
So.
And we can still work on our counter.
And we still have space to work on our counter.
Yeah. Hi, Shirley. I need to stop chatting. I'll quilt some more. Bye, everyone. Bye, Kelly. Oh, shoot. Oh, what's this? What happened?
What did you just do?
Oh, come on. There. What's going on? It's there. We'll come back. Yeah. It's this. This is something new on the Magic Mouse.
You've been.
But you did the same thing. You said you were having the same problem.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You have a short memory. Bite me. Okay. Moving on here. Trying to catch up. Just reading what people are saying. Francis says, sounds like a great idea for a family. Better than a few at a time with stovetop griddle. I missed something on that one.
Probably your French toast muffins.
Oh yeah, actually yeah, they're easy to do. Instead of milk, Donna says she uses French vanilla coffee creamer. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
Actually, what I want to try is, I didn't do it today. I didn't think about it. I want to put chocolate milk in the milk steamer and see what that does. Hello, have a love. And Lydia says, oh yes, love those egg bites. Yeah, they're great. Yeah, they're good. I like them too. Derek says, I keep being tempted by kitchen gadgets, but they do occupy a lot of counter space. May have to have a purge of things I don't use. Yeah, well, like I said, we have a graveyard of kitchen appliances. Yep, Lita says, exactly. You can't take it with you, might as well enjoy it. Yep. I didn't mean for you guys to defend your purchase when I posted drastically differing impressions, only pointing out wild differences in the market. Glad you have your dream machine. Oh yeah, well, I didn't take any offense to that, Julie, so that's okay. I knew what you meant. Green Quilts Galore says plastic Melita cone with bamboo filters. Love it. I'm also very fond of my silver bowl lifting KitchenAid machine. I can make
Yeah.
my own bread to enjoy with my
I
coffee.
used to have the Melita cone for a long time.
Yeah, we used to do that too. But that's effort. You have to get out the cone. You have to boil the water. You put
have to
coffee
grind the
in.
coffee.
You got to pour it in. Oh, no. I mean, if you don't have servants, really. Julie says, I drank instant coffee for years. You know, Nescafe.
I don't think I can drink instant coffee.
Oh, I think I had some a long time ago.
Well, first of all, we drink our coffee black. And you really notice the difference between coffee with milk and sugar and black. If you anything instant and you drink it black, just does not taste right.
I guess there's a recall, according to Heidi, on
yeah, I did read that about
certain
air fryers were being recalled.
Kosarai?
Yeah.
We don't have one of those.
No.
We do have an air fryer, an active fry.
Yeah.
But we don't have one of those.
That's on top of one of our microwaves.
Yeah, that's on top of the microwave. Yeah. A Vitamix blender. Well, Pamela, I would like a new blender. But Walter said, we don't need a new blender. And that. And of course
our blender, what we have is it's a GE or something.
Something like that.
And it has a glass carafe and it's really good for crushing ice.
Yeah. And we crush so much ice, never. We have an ice crusher in our refrigerator that does that in the door, and we never use crushed ice for anything. So
yeah, we did when we were mixing up crushed ice drinks.
When was that?
A little while ago.
Quite a little while ago.
Anyway. If you want a Vitamix umbrella.
The only thing is that blender we have right now, I don't necessarily want a Vitamix, but the only thing is that blender is getting on its last legs. Is if you use it, you can smell the motor.
Okay, fine.
Like, one day it's going to go poof out of it. So, but I want one with a glass. And you were saying, well, I can't get the ones with the glass bowl on them anymore because it's what an egg, really. There'll be a sale coming up. He'll be looking, go, oh look, I just found this blender. It's on sale. We should get it. It's only $12,000. So dramatic. Whatever. Spiel makers here. In the restaurant, we would make steamed hot chocolate from the big espresso machine, put cream de mint, and it was really good. Whipped cream on top. Of course, there's no calories. Ooh, that sounds actually very good. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, giving me ideas here. Ninja Blender is great. Does the Ninja Blender, though, does it have a glass or a thing, and is it big?
It has a glass cup.
Oh,
I thought it was the ones that have.
The ones like the bullet or whatever they
Yeah.
call them or that kind of thing. I want one big. I want the big one.
Pitcher.
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 Oh, pitcher. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard
I'll
about
have to look for that.
I'll have to look for that. Take a look and do some care. Walter can do the research.
Yeah.
I'm not desperate for a new blender, but I just know that one day that blender is going to go. It's because it's.
And what do you use the blender for?
To blend
What?
things. I've used it.
You only use it.
I use it when I make Yorkshire pudding.
That's the only time you use it.
And frozen drinks and cocktails in the summer with crushed ice.
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't know. So anyways, those are our new toys. Now we have a new problem though. I'm going to show you a little picture of what our bathroom is looking like right now. If I can find the picture. There it is. This is what our shower stall is looking like in our bathroom at the moment. Let me switch over. Isn't that nice? Doesn't that make you want to hop right in there and have a nice long shower? No, because I think we told you that we have a bath fitter surround. We've had it since 2003, 2005, whatever. And the base on that cracked over a period of quite a long time. It didn't crack overnight, but there's a lifetime guarantee on them. And they came and they did replace that one. And now,
in 2013.
yeah, in 2013. So it was 10 years later. Well, now the one they replaced it with, it is now started to crack as well. I was expecting for them to give us a hard time about it, but they really didn't. Well, we got a call on Thursday. I was expecting they weren't.
Wednesday, you got the call.
Was it Wednesday? I got the call. They told me that the earliest they had the new part on order, they would call us on March the 6th, which is going to be tomorrow, to make arrangements, for the guy to come and install it and everything. I said, okay, that's fine. At the time they told us that, it was 4 weeks ago. And then we got this phone call out of the blue on Wednesday saying, the part is in, and we've had a cancellation for an install. So our guy can come out on Friday and do it. And I said, sure, great, that's wonderful. So he came out. Now he's the same guy that installed the whole system in 2003 and came out and replaced the base in 2013. So this guy knows what he's doing. Well, he was here for 2.5 hours or so, and
ripped out the other one.
He ripped the other one out and goes out to his truck to get the base that had to go in here. And, well, they sent him a base that didn't have the drain located in the right spot. It was off to the side instead of in the center. And he showed us the label on it. All the measurements were correct. They just didn't bother to do it right. So I guess he called up his supervisor or whatever. And they said, okay, they're going to have to order it again. And orders go in on Wednesdays and come on Wednesdays. So it wouldn't be able to install it for at least a week. Well, I wasn't really happy about that. So I called up Vivian. Vivian is a supervisor. And I said to Vivian, so hi, at such and such. And I said, I guess you know about the little problem we're experiencing right now. And she said, yes, I'm sorry about that. But the manufacturer, the factory or whatever, sent the wrong one or didn't get it right. And we're got it in on order, but the orders go in on Wednesday and are shipped to us on the following Wednesday. So it'll be a week before we can do this. And I said, I'm really not happy about this, Vivian, because we've waited for over a month to get this in. Right now we can't use our shower stall because, well, Craig, that was his name, has ripped out the other one. And so it's just, do you have other bathrooms? And I says, yeah, we have other bathrooms that we can use. They're just not really happy about the mess that we've got sitting there. And I said, it makes me really question the quality of your product. I mean, yeah, we have a lifetime warranty, but this is our second base in 15 years. Okay, yeah, well, that's pretty good, but still, and whatnot. So anyway, she was profusely apologetic, and she says, yeah, well, it should come on Wednesday, and then we can book it for Friday. And I says, okay. I said, what time? Friday. Well, Craig would be there between 9:30 and 10:30. I said, okay, well, let's hope this all works out, because I said, if it doesn't, I'll be talking to you again, Vivian. And I said, I will not be a happy camper at all. I'm not a happy camper right now, but I'll be even more unhappy. So I think she got it from my tone of voice. So we'll see what happens from there. You just can't get good help anymore. Nobody gives a crap, about quality of anything. So yeah, that's what we're living with at the time right now. With all of that, let me switch things over here. Keep saying, did you go away? Oh, Have a Love says that a Vitamix, they've had one for 18 years, still works great. Okay. Yeah, Derek says he was going to buy a new Juki sewing machine, but the hot water cylinder burst, and turns out that the insurance doesn't pay for that, having to buy a completely new heating system. Insurers are cowboys. Yeah. So I take it what you call your hot water cylinder, that's your hot water tank. What we would call a hot water heater. I guess. Yeah, those are pricey. Why do you have a bathtub faucet and a standing shower?
It's always been there.
Yeah, it's
from
always
the
been
day one. and it also relieves the pressure if you've got water in your where your shower comes out. You can pull up
There's
the
a little plunger thing, huh?
plunger thing, and it drains the water out of your shower
From up in the
system.
top.
And not only that, you can run water into the shower stall as if it's a bathtub, and it's great for draining your drain
Yeah.
because the drain does have a tendency to clog up, and you have to unclog the drain every once in a while. And a good flow of water is good to have into the shower stall so that to help you unclog your drain.
Well, it's also very helpful when you're cleaning.
Yeah,
It is well. And let's say you just want to wash your feet off or something like that.
yeah,
Uh, because for whatever reason, it's good for that. So it's actually, I know it's a little weird, but that's what our house came with.
and to me that's normal.
Yeah, like yeah, because
Yeah, like if I
yeah,
clean the shower stall, I don't run the shower. I run the faucet.
yeah.
So
So that's why that's there. Yeah. Um, Julie, Lydia says, Julie, great for filling a bucket or rinsing feet or check if the water is warm enough. Well, yes,
yes,
that's exactly what it's really good for. I was going to say, because you get into a shower, and if you turn on the tap and suddenly get hit either with scalding water or cold water, this way, you put your foot under it while the water's running through, get it to the temperature you want, and then you just pull up the plunger and bingo, you don't get that, burst.
well, it says must be a Canadian thing. I don't know if it's a Canadian thing. I don't know who is making the
Yeah.
comment. The one thing is our showers here are in North America. If you're European, often they have a separate heater for
Yeah.
a specific shower. But in Canada, we have a central heating, water heating system. So all our taps run from the central water heating
Yeah.
system.
So don't flush the toilet unless you have a regulator
Yeah.
when someone's in the shower.
Yeah, that shower doesn't have a regulator, so that if Steve flushes the shower and I'm in it, I get scalding hot water.
I didn't know he was in the shower though. I was using the bathroom downstairs when it happened.
I suddenly feel the water go hot, and I stand off to the side.
I'm evil. But yeah, so that's why you've got that there. So we both went to the dentist this week. I went for a cleaning. Now they are telling me that my gums are receding a little bit more than they want them to. So they would rather, instead of every 9 months, they would rather have me come every 4.5 months.
Yeah, so they can make more money.
Yeah, and they checked into my insurance and it'll cover that and everything. So I said fine with that. But I do have, I think I may have mentioned it, I've got a couple of spots that are a little sensitive. They're not a cavity, but apparently there's something exposed in two of my teeth back here. So on March the 27th, I go in and she's going to fill them, and this will be this new dentist. It's our old dentist's place, but he has decided he wants the life of leisure. He's not an old man, a lot younger than us. He's been doing this for 26 years, so he's cut back on his hours, and he's basically sold his dental practice to this lady that's been working there with him for 10 years. I've never had her work on me. You have. And he's going to be an associate or something with it. So she came in. She's very nice. Walter said she was very nice, but he thinks she's too slow when it comes to doing a filling. I don't know. All I care about is she's going to do work on me, and I told her this. She says, well, we get some freezing in there or whatever. We just freeze the bottom part. And I says, you will freeze me solid.
Yeah, she does.
I said, you can't freeze me too much, okay? I want to go out of this place with my head looking like a block of ice, okay? Because I have a deathly fear of dentists, and that's the only way you're getting in my mouth. You can test me, take a sledgehammer. If I don't feel it when you hit me, you've frozen me enough. That's the way it goes. So that's on the 27th. And on my birthday, I go in for another cleaning. Oh, happy birthday to me. 8 o'clock on my day of my birthday, I go in. What did I get myself for birthday? Another with the woman with the picks, because she's not gentle. She gets in there, and I mean, I floss religiously 3 times a day, and I don't just like pass the floss over. I'm in there, through the whole thing, with it, and yeah, she's still in there going. Are you
Yeah,
having
they
a good
don't tell you
time?
that you're supposed to use sharp objects in your mouth, except when you go to the
Yeah,
dentist.
like good God. Um, oh, Luann says the shower's good for washing puppy dog who's afraid of the shower head. Okay.
Yeah, well, we have bathtub too for that.
Yeah, we
So.
have several bathtubs. We have three. We have 3 showers too. Because we have 3 bathrooms.
Dana, why do you need freezing? Don't you have fake teeth?
Little humor there. Cheryl says, I hate the numbing at the dentist. I'll do a filling with nothing. Oh, God, Cheryl.
I have done that.
Oh, you masochistic woman.
When I was a little kid, I was traumatized by a dentist my parents sent me to. This really old guy, and that I think was getting dementia, and he forgot to freeze me and pulled 2 teeth, and I kind of refused to go to the dentist for a while after that.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to me, sort of thing too. They didn't freeze, but they filled my teeth, and this dentist that was in there didn't use any freezing. I was probably about 6 or 7 years old at the time, and from that day on, yeah, no, you better freeze me.
Yeah, Ron Cleveley, Bastille Day.
Yeah, it's Bastille Day. Well, yeah, France honors my birthday on that day. The French know what they're doing when it comes to parties. Yeah. Derek says, I want full sensory deprivation at the dentist. Give me all the drugs. Yeah, I would be just happy if they just knocked me out.
Yeah, actually, I was so traumatized that when I finally did go back to the dentist, because I refused a lot when I was a kid. In fact, to the point where I had a cavity basically, and I still refused to go to the dentist. And so a friend of my parents, their daughter was traumatized too, and they got her to go to a dentist where they gave them laughing gas.
Oh,
right. So that's the only way I could go to the dentist at first, was they gave me laughing gas, and then after a while, I stopped using the laughing gas. So
I've never had laughing gas.
That's really nice of you. It's not actually, it just makes you calm.
Just kind of like, wow.
It makes you calm, and you don't care what they do to you.
Maybe I should take a couple of special gummies.
Yeah.
There we go. I don't know. Cheryl says, I have bit my inner cheek too many times afterwards. No numbing for me. I don't know how you handle it, Cheryl. You're one tough broad. Really. And Marilyn says, oh man, I hate that Novocaine. They gave me so much when I had a root canal that I started shaking all over and felt awful. Thought the stuff would never wear off. Sounds like
Actually, the last time I had a root canal, I've had 2. And I went to this dentist, and they had a computer system that indicated it put the freezing in precise spots, and actually it was really good.
Yeah, it seems like Marchand and Heidi too have had bad experiences with getting freezing. Heidi like just about jumped right out of the chair because there wasn't enough. I know that feeling. I had that too. They didn't put enough in, and I said, I can feel this. I do not want to feel this. And, oh, sorry, and gave me another shot. Mozilla was 5 years old, and my wrists were chained to the arms of the dental chair while the dentist tried pulling an abscess tooth. It was traumatic. Yeah, I had an abscess tooth molar when I was 10, and the dentist that pulled it out was an alcoholic, and he was probably drunk at the time. I don't remember whether he froze me or not. He must have. But the pain of the abscess was so bad. I remember that probably having it pulled was the lesser of the pains. And then my grandmother kept the tooth with the roots on it and everything in formaldehyde for years. You'd have to understand my grandmother. She was a little bit different. Okay. Derek says, I used to get laughing gas here, but then they stopped it except for extreme cases. Felt like a wave traveling down your spine, and I thought I had lifted off the chair. Hey, sounds like a trip to me.
Yeah, actually, it was a lot of fun.
And
Yeah.
Heidi says, my biceps were impressive. My gurgling scream, not so much. Oh, yeah. Leah says, we stand buff women on this channel. We stand buff women.
Why?
Maybe. Spell check, it sucks.
What,
Anyway,
the men are sucks on here?
yeah, I was going to say women going on. Yeah, well,
Yeah. More women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's not get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Modern dentistry doesn't bother me now. No, but you know, I don't like them in there carving their initials all over my filling when they put it in. Kind of a thing. Now, actually, when I went in for the cleaning, she used an ultrasonic thing at one point too, which she asked me, do you mind if I use the ultrasonic? If it's better than you poking at me, I'll go for it. But she still was poking at me, so I don't know what that was all about. But anyways, so the topic we didn't get to last week, we're going to do it really quick because this all started with something that I saw on YouTube. This guy, he's a Canadian, Nick something, and he claims, like, I don't know if he's an interior decorator or what he is, but he talks about interior design and everything all the time, and he has all these terms, and I thought, do you people just make this stuff up, or what is it? So I thought just quickly we'd look at these, see what your home decor is, if it falls into any of these categories. So the first one is called postmodern. All right, you hear this term all the time, this postmodern business. I've heard it referred to literature as being postmodern. Here's my question. If something is postmodern, it means after modern. So what era are we living in now? Are we not living in the modern era? What comes after modern? Apparently postmodern. But here's some pictures of what postmodern looked like. And according to the definition, it is postmodernism is an eclectic, colorful style of architecture and the decorative arts that appeared from the late 1970s and continues in some form today. It emerged as a reaction to modernism and the modern movement and the dogmas associated with it. I still don't know what they're talking about. I guess when you get funky little chairs like these yellow ones or something and these other ones, I guess that's post-modern or whatever, like weird mirrors. This furniture looks really comfortable. Not. Yeah. Squiggly art on your walls. I don't know. Again, so this is supposedly postmodern. Then there's something called mid-century modern. You hear this all the time. Well, okay, which century? Mid-century. So I guess it means the 1900s.
1950s?
1950s, 1960s. I guess we're not actually through the mid-century of the 21st century, but when we get there, will that become mid-century modern? Well, what will mid-century modern that they're talking about now become? Yeah, and so what's this all about? Well, according to definition, mid-century modern style focuses on clean lines with a mix of both organic and geometric shapes. Simplicity rules in some of the most basic mid-century modern furniture pieces. The coffee tables and chairs are often the most beautiful. So I would call it more retro, like, 50s style. Like that. This to me is sort of 50s, 60s style.
Swedish, whatever stuff.
Oh, well, but there is one for the Swedish style
okay.
too. Yes, we're coming to that. So, I guess they're saying this minimal and organic. Organic. I hate that word organic. Everything's organic. If it doesn't grow in the ground, or if it does grow in the ground, it's organic.
How can you tell if a piece is mid-century?
I don't know. You've had it for a while. I guess. I don't. It's old.
Depends on how old you are.
I know. So, if you buy your furniture at the thrift store, it's probably mid-century. It's old crap. But that was. Now, the next one he talked about is this organic modern. Oh, you can get $100 off. That's good to know. Organic modern. And its definition is Organic modern style is a harmonizing hybrid blending modern minimalism with nature's beauty. This on-trend design duo introduces warm neutral tones, rich textures, and natural materials into cool, contemporary spaces for a nurturing yet elegant aesthetic. Where do these people make up this shit? Because I have no idea what that meant. So this is organic. I guess if you have a tree in your bedroom, you have
And
an
you have
organic
cotton
style.
sheets.
Yeah, you have cotton sheets. That's organic. Yeah.
Oh, good, and furry
Oh,
chairs.
yeah, furry
And
chairs.
a log table.
Oh yeah, a piece of log, a stump. Yeah, lots of wood, I guess. No curtains. Um, yeah, a throw. I don't know. So I suppose if we're making quilts and throwing them on a bed, we're going with that organic because it's made of cotton. You know, yeah, let's put some rotting old what do they call them, gourds on your wooden plank table. There you go. Yeah, that's organic. And then the next one is, okay, this one gets me. Neo-traditional home. Neo-traditional. Okay, traditional. Traditional means classic, what's been around for a while, old. Neo means new. So this is new old stuff. Definition, formal definition of neo-traditional is, I'm going to cut it off. Neo-traditional. Quite simply, it means new traditional. In terms of in terms of architecture, it refers to buildings that borrow design elements from the past. Well, isn't that retro? Or isn't that mid-century modern?
No, it's new traditional.
Yeah, while the designs are historically traditional, modern materials are used to add these nostalgic details to your home. I'm confused. I'm very confused. Okay, there you go. So crappy mirror. Okay, is another word for neo-traditional gaudy? Because there you go. Ugh. That is ugly stuff. Oh, there's a bedroom you've got to love, not. Oh my God. Ew. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of ooh in this. You know, like, oh God. So, no, definitely not our style. Now, the last one, this is the one that got me thinking about this stuff because I'd never heard of this. It's called Japandi. Japandi. Definition of Japandi. Japandi blends the smooth, modern lines of Scandinavian design with the sleek, functional elegance of the Japanese aesthetic. It is a minimalist yet welcoming, and it is all about using neutral tones, lots of texture, and natural materials. Okay. First of all, I do not like Scandinavian furniture design. You know, it's got that IKEA look. So I suppose that's minimalist. So that's all there was there. To continue reading for free, create an account. No, I'm not doing that.
So it's sort of Japanesey looking stuff.
Yeah. And with Scandinavian influences. Yeah, really. Okay. The whole point, and it's like what we were talking about the weather earlier, and things like thunder snow and grapple, and stuff like that. People make up words that mean nothing. And I think in architecture, this is real. I could just see walking and going, oh, I love that chair and what you've done with the walls. It is so neo-traditional with a touch of organic in a Japandi sort of look. Yeah, you want to sound like someone that's full of shit? Throw these terms around. Reminds me of those commercials in Canada for Leon's. Leon's, as they say on the commercial. We got the couch from Leon's. It's a bit pretentious. So, how many people are dealing now with, would you call your style neo-traditional, or would you call it organic, or postmodern? What do we got here? Oh, got some opinions on this.
Mine is
Ron's his is urban slum.
or early orange crate, right?
Yeah, early orange crate. Yeah. Luane says mine is hand-me-downs and the thrift shop chic. Lydia says stand buff. Never heard of that expression. Oh, okay. After postmodern comes Futurama, or maybe Star Trek. Yeah. Mine is comfort and cheap. He says everything I own fits under the eclectic because I'm not wealthy enough to be eccentric. There's something called, Marilyn says, Memphis design, like postmodern that looks like kids' toys to me. And Thea says, if money was no option, everything I own would be Art Nouveau. I do like Art Nouveau as a style and Art Deco. Those two I do like. I don't think I would do my house in them, but I do like certain pieces like that. With tons of Tiffany stained glass, yeah. How do you move furniture into a room with a skinny doorway?
It's IKEA.
Yeah, it's IKEA. It comes in a flat box, put it together in the room you're in, and then yeah, that's where it stays forever. Marilyn says hers is 1950s, 60s, mid-century.
If you can afford those big slab tables and stuff, I have a feeling you won't have a narrow door.
Heidi says, please pass the word salad. Please pass the word salad. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Mid-century is actually now antique as it's over 50 years old. Yeah, that's true. I hate the magic mouse. Marilyn says organic.
You don't have it set right. You must have it.
I have it set perfectly. No, you don't. Yeah, I do.
Mine never bounces like that.
Well, nothing ever happens to you, does it?
No.
Because you're perfect. My style is old and comfortable. Yeah. Neo-traditional. What we do when Martha Stewart's 1990s decor is too expensive to get rid of completely. Yeah. Buy what you like, ignore someone else's labels. Yeah, pretty much. Arn and Carvel's kitchen furniture is painted. Okay. And Stephanie says, my home style, family friendly, comfortable. Yeah. Derek, my house is just a random mishmash of stuff. These words, terms just seem like a way of convincing people who part of money they don't have. Yeah, oh well, of course it is. Yeah, there's another designer that I watch all the time on YouTube called Robeson Design, Ken Woven, and she's an interior designer, and actually she does a lot of things that are very, very nice, but very, very expensive, as you can tell. Well, she does homes for people that are
rich,
that are very, very rich. Yeah, and her prices are probably pretty expensive. Barb says, I call it comfortable and paid for. Yeah, true. After hearing all these definitions, Lydia says, I don't have the faintest clue what to call my home. Yeah, well, our style is our style. I did get an idea, though, because we've been talking about we should do a little bit of painting around here. And our living room, dining room, which we hardly ever use our living room, is that. I said to Walter, instead of buying new furniture for it, because when we had to buy new furniture for the rec room, when we put that in, and then our family room upstairs, it was a bitch to find something that you really liked, that you thought would be functional, would last long, and you could afford. And I really don't want to go through that. And the furniture we have in our living room upstairs, because we hardly ever use it, is a teensy bit dated, but it's in really great shape.
Because nobody ever sits on it.
Because nobody sits in it. It was really good. It was sort of the cat's room. She had her own chair. I said, maybe we should paint, when we paint, if we were to pick up some of the color that's in the couch and paint one wall behind the fireplace.
Peach.
No, I was thinking more the blue. Bite me on that one. I thought it was nice at the time. Now it's sort of old.
Yeah, you picked it out.
Well, I looked everywhere. I told you. Yeah, right. Okay, fine. At the time you said you liked it.
Yeah, I lied.
Well, that was 30 years ago, so bite me on that one. Well, you pick out the next one. I think we can make it work if we
Yeah,
are
okay,
clever
fine.
with painting. Um, Cheryl says post-retirement comfort. Yeah.
PRC.
And Height says word salad is when someone tosses around a bunch of words that make no sense. Oh, okay, I get what you mean now. Yeah, well, that's exactly what all this stuff is. It's crap. I've said I would like to do a parody of all those ones you see on YouTube, and then I get in trouble. Probably with them making fun of other creators. You're not supposed to do that. That's not a good thing. And I wouldn't want them to do that to me. So Carol says 50 years old is vintage, 100 years old is antique. I've worn out comfort, grandparent vintage, and put together stands and bookcases have had the same style since the 1970s. Well, you keep anything long enough, it comes back into fashion. So, but now you can label it and go, oh, yes, this is postmodern with a touch of organic. It's just lovely. Yeah.
A little Japandi.
Yeah, Japandi. Yeah, that one gets me. Japandi. Oh, really? I mean, all I could think of is what? You have a stuffed panda in the room? Oh, come in, see my Japandi.
Yeah, you get one of those Japanese teapots and that becomes Japandi.
Oh, Japandi. Yeah. Whatever. But anyways, yeah, that's what we were going to talk about last week and didn't get to it. So, because we have a lot of other more interesting things. Okay, so I think that's it for us today. Thank you everybody for joining us today and listening to us rattle on as we usually do. And Walter makes weird faces, which keeps you entertained. Apparently, I find that. People tell me that.
Yeah, because I don't talk, he yaps away.
Well, you have nothing interesting to say, so we just go from that. Luane says, I recently learned most of the furnishing Chip and Joanna did on the Fixer Upper show was not the owners, but stage, so it was taken away after the show. Oh, yeah. That's a story for another day, because we have friends that were on one of those types of shows once as well, and they told us what really happened in the background. Actually, we've had 2 sets of friends that have been on those kind of things. That might be a topic.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, it's interesting what they do.
Yeah, well, maybe next week we'll talk a little bit about that too. Okay, we're going. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next week. And don't forget the time shifts for us, maybe for some of you, whatever. We'll be here at 4 o'clock, our usual time, no matter which way the time zones go. Okay, have a great week, everybody. Talk to you later.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.